Thank you, Chairwoman. I thank our witnesses for being here. I'm in Iowa, former director of the Department of Public Health, military veteran, and a physician. So I've had the ability to take care of people across a broad spectrum of Iowa. I'm from Texas originally, however, so I'm very familiar with illegal immigration. And being in Iowa, I'm very familiar with H-2A and H-2B. I have visited employers who have people that come into the program. It's a very valuable program for us in agricultural communities. And I've also spoken with the workers at those farms and at those dairies who like the job that they're doing. I've been able to take them aside to try to get information individually from them about their working conditions as well. So as I said, a number of employers in my state use the H-2A and H-2B programs when no U.S. workers are available. We used to have teenagers who would go out into the fields, but that doesn't seem to be an occupation that they strive to do in the summer any longer. And while they appreciate the opportunity to fill jobs that are crucial for their operations, they're frustrated by the challenges, these are the employers, of navigating 3 different federal departments to secure workers, of complying with complex regulations. And let me also say that one of the bills I co-sponsored on legal immigration was passed this week through the House. And so we want to do what we can. And the doctors I've worked with who have come here legally think the system is unfair, that it takes them so long to become legal citizens where people are coming across our border with no repercussions. So, Mr. Seguera, what are the top reforms you'd make to improve these programs?
Thank you, Congresswoman. There are a number of reforms, and I think a number of reforms that Mr. Costa and others and employers could probably agree on. The process is too long. Most employers complain that it's too bureaucratic. They have to start from the beginning every year. Again, many employers have a seasonal need every year. They have to apply to the program every year, but every year they have to start from scratch. The government should build a database, should have information to be able to quickly verify that they have a seasonal need, that they're offering the correct wage, and the process could be sped up rather than taking 3 months. It could certainly be cut down. Similarly, the Department of Labor determines all of these elements, that there's a temporary need, that the correct wage is being paid, et cetera. Once you clear that hurdle, you go to the Department of Homeland Security, and they determine all the same stuff over again. It's classic government bureaucracy and inefficiency that really, I think, for the benefit of the workers, for the benefit of the employers, and for the benefit of the government and the taxpayer, there could be a simpler, more efficient way to do this.
Yeah, and having visited the border several times, and either witness, this is a yes or no question, are people coming across the border illegally even though they're processed and giving a return date for status, for refugee status? I mean, are those individuals vulnerable to extortion, wage theft, and human trafficking? Yes or no, Mr. Pinkins? Yes or no, please. I've got another question. Yes or no? Are these individuals coming across our border illegally subject to human trafficking, wage theft, vulnerabilities to extortion? Are they being utilized by the cartels? Yes or no? Thank you. Sir, yes or no?
I think absolutely.
Thank you. They are at risk. I appreciate it. It was a yes or no question. Mr. Seguera, in December 2021, the Department of Labor published a proposed rule to make changes to regulation used to determine adverse effect wage rates for H-2A workers. The proposed rule would continue using the Agriculture Department's Farm Labor Survey to determine the wage rates for a majority of field and livestock workers, but it would shift the remaining occupations to the Bureau of Labor Statistics Occupational Survey because DOL believes these jobs should receive higher wages. Are you concerned about the effects of wage rates on the proposed rules, and is this a push or pull for further illegal immigration?
Congressman, yes, I am concerned about that proposal, and virtually every farmer I have spoken to across the country is concerned about it because I think the Department of Labor fundamentally misunderstands the nature of agricultural labor. It is not a factory job that can be easily classified into a specific task. Most farm jobs involve doing multiple tasks over the course of the day, and how can you possibly apply, in the department's proposal, the absolute highest possible wage for any of those tasks applies to the entire period of employment? That will break the back of American farmers.
Thank you so much to our witnesses, and thank you, Chair. I yield back my time.